Now we're invading the Darkmaker's ship, taking over everything. Damus's death needed more time to breathe. But what did you guys think? Do you guys think that Viger deserved a darker death? His torture right there, I was like, damn, he just did that to my father. I was hoping for like a boss battle against him if he mutated into some type of creature, even though they gave him the godhood blessing. Imagine the gods... Oh shit. Imagine they turned Daxter into a Otzel, how that would have messed up the whole final battle. Like, would I be able to use my eco? Imagine Otzel Jack is the one that kills Errol and he wins the entire thing. That would have been something else. But that's what I thought was going to happen right there. That whole cutscene was what I would have expected to be like the final moments of Jack and Daxter. But they put a whole twist on that. That's not the final moments. The precursors are not what you expected. I thought he was going to turn into one of those flying things too. And the physics, no. His punishment was being a slave. Because after like kidnapping you from your father, killing everything, he's done so much more worse than Errol. I don't care if Errol's about to blow up the whole planet. He's done so much worse on a personal level to Jack. I think he got off easy. We should have beat his ass and left him to rot like the Baron. I was hoping for like a Viger gets killed type of moment with like, well, you know where you're talking to the Baron on his deathbed, basically on his death piece of homeless man shed. That's what it should have been with Viger. I know he's gonna be with Cleaver and he's gonna get that weird ass tormenting from him, but it's like even if he was getting tormented by Cleaver, it don't feel right to me. We didn't get to give him the ass beating he deserves, you know what I mean? For everything that he's done, kidnapping you from your father, killing your father, destroying the city, doing all of this, getting me thrown into the jails. Errol did not do that much. Errol was just an asshole and he also fucked my yo. Viger's nowhere to be seen in Jack X, so I'm guessing Cleaver ate him. I think he was on Cleaver's shoulder in the race, was he not? Maybe Cleaver ate him. Hopefully Cleaver ate him. Yeah. He did so much worse. He did so much worse, it got off so much easier. Viger was more of the main villain, and then they kind of scrapped both of them. It was like they didn't know what to do with some of these characters there. Because even Damus dying felt anticlimactic with the way they kind of watered it out. They should have let those emotions sit, and then on top of that, Viger, if he was the final boss battle right there, it would make up for everything that just happened with the climacticness of you losing Damus. Versus us going and fighting the sideman henchman Errol over here trying to just blow up the planet in the background. It just seems like Errol's in the background the whole time just trying to push the button. He's just pushing a red button to destroy the earth over and over and over again without even seeing him. You're like less connected to Errol in this game than you were in the last one in terms of the rivalry because it was more personal. He wasn't in Jack X, you assumed he was in prison. I would assume that like as a racer in the multiplayer, he would be on Cleaver's shoulder, but never mind. And Jack falls to his doom. We got a checkpoint in 2 minutes 30 seconds, you hear shit crashing. Jack just jumps into the fray. These dudes are literally about to turn this guy 5 minutes. With 5 minutes on the clock. Oh shit, why did I do that jump? I was starting to think like, yo, they turned Jack into an Otzel for 5 minutes on the clock left to save the world, and they were about to turn into an Otzel. Now they're talking about plan Bs and shit. Like, come on, my guy. This dude literally said, let's turn you into an Otzel for your final boss battle with Errol. That should save the day. But the fight should have been right there in the catacombs, because that means the catacombs, like you guys said, and like they should have been, existed way back in Jak 1. The lore between us trying to figure out who these precursors were from the very moments we booted up the game were right there. Viger being the one that did this and orchestrated everything from Jack being a kid and kidnapped should have been the fight right then and there. And he should have mutated into some kind of big boss, because I fought him as an Oracle. Fighting him again would have been what we needed. If we fought Baron multiple times, why are you fighting Viger multiple times? And he should have been the one to launch these ships, if anything, and have this whole badass fight with all of these eco abilities. It would have made much more to the lore, you know what I mean? Cleaver and Viger teaming up would have been better than having Errol as an antagonist. Cleaver, Viger, and Errol all teaming up at the end, all three, KG, Metalhead, and Darkmakers, to fight Jack in a Jak 3 game. All three factions having different leaders and uniting like that, and then Viger being like the big one that gets a buff by accident or something by the precursors in the final boss battle in the catacombs. Like that whole cargo ship inside the catacombs with all three of those big boss people, like Cleaver being a marauder leader. That would have been it. I think that would have been perfect. And Gaul and Maya. Like a whole Sinister Six. Oh, man. Like, it doesn't feel like there's a real leader for the metalheads in this. There's no real leader for that. KG, I guess it's Arrow with the abilities he's gotten, but it's not the same. It really isn't the same. This is one of the most badass parts of the game, by the way. But, like, yeah. Look at all the demon camel llamas and this music.
If these nasty things ever wake up, the planet's finished.
All of these Dark Makers at my command. Just think what I could do.
You're through, Arrow. Even if we both die.
Jack?
Let's go, my boy Mafro Gaming with another 5. He says, it's so sad that the end's less than an hour away. We are almost there. Yo, much love to you, Mafro. You have been supporting this so freaking much. Can you guys give a round of applause for my boy Mafro in the chat? Yo, he's been popping off the entirety of all of Jak 3, just showing that love, and that's why I've had so much positive energy while being able to play this. Thank you so much, my brother. Let's continue and get this dub, but it's about to come to the end already. This man said, Jack, see if he was an Ansel, he'd be done. They really was trying to end us. See, Dark Maker's ship. Who is the pilot of this ship? It should be Gaul and Maya doing stuff like this. If he's taking control of one of the lackey ships, Gaul and Maya should be the captains.
Let's go, Dax.
Like Jack flies back up. Let's go, Dax. Even when Damus died, you're willing to go in there already? They didn't let the sadness of this voice actor's amazing performance like really sit in there. Jack was really about to sacrifice himself. This man, Jack, is just the real hero. He's the real hero. He was about to sacrifice himself, save all the homies. This man didn't care. He's like, yo, I'm gonna tackle everybody for the squad. For Damus. Jack, a real one. Look at this place. Is it like a limited amount of time? There should be more to this ship. I know I explored this place as a mech, and we've seen the Dark Star, and we've actually teleported in there, but it's like, I want to know more about the Dark Makers that you guys aren't telling me about this. This gives you Uncharted vibes? Yeah, it straight up feels like Uncharted. So we just had to power up the catacombs to do this? Is that all we needed? I feel like they overhyped the enemy there.
Not yet.
Man knocked away all the clouds. They dropped the demon llama camel. The demon llama camel in the desert. Who said demon llama camel with a pyramid on his back to match the Egyptian wastelands?
This guy just won't quit.
It's headed for the city. We gotta defend it. For Deimos.
Yo, his face.
I'm in charge of the Dark and Light Brigade. Let's do it, partner.
To the end.
Deimos. To the end. Man, if they had more time to work on this game, it could be so perfect. It's so good already as it is, but it could get... There's a level beyond that I just see while I'm playing Jak 3 that this game could have been a perfect 10. Like, you're seeing it happen before your eyes. How we have that mission where we storm the Metalhead Nest and we're gonna go take over everything, and then you go to the final mission, everybody ghost. There's nobody out here. I like the vibe in Jak 1 where it didn't feel like you were alone on the island, you know what I mean? Everybody was just waiting for you on the other side of the pillar, watching you fight and square up against Gaul and Maya in this epic proportion open area fight. Here's another open area, but the only one that shows up is Ashley when you have all that squad just waiting for the end of the earth to happen, you know what I mean? We're doing this for our boy Davis, our father Davis. Davis's eyes should have been blue to just match his son's, you know what I mean? So that way you could kind of see the foreshadowing Because honestly, when I look at Damus, he looks nothing like Jack. I feel like some of these riding parts are just pitched in there. Even Vigor showing up at this last second there. Oh, you guys made it. Yes, I took you from him. I'm there the moment you die. If Damus was fighting this right outside the place right now with me and then he died, that would be pretty dope. Or if this was the attack, like one of the things from the cargo ship came down here with Errol before anything, like before we head to the catacombs, we save Damus' city from this thing. Like this is what Errol comes down with. We save him from this. Damus dies during this fight. Then we have to go fight Vigor in the catacombs. That would have fit. I've had nearly 20 years of thinking about this over and over, so that's why I see it. It's like, yo, this game could really be a 10 out of 10. Gameplay wise, phenomenal. It got some of the best gameplay in Jak and Daxter. Jak and Daxter gameplay, Jak 3 is just right up there. I just feel like plot wise, it just is disconnected from Jak 1 and 2, but still one of the best games out there. Original design for Jak was gonna give him Deimos his hair. He gonna be bald or braids, with the braids, the dreadlocks. That would have made sense. Davis probably had blonde hair in his youth, so you're saying like Mars gonna have white hair like that. That's why even with the Jak X haircut and Mars haircut being different in the statues, matching with the way Damus is, I feel like he could have looked like that statue a little bit more size and age. I have no idea where he's headed right now. If Errol gets to the end, doesn't he blast the city or something? I forgot. You can recreate the PS2 box art by using debug mode to get out of the vehicle near the spider. Really? Yeah, gets a buzz cut as Maw. Like NLE Choppa. You guys see NLE Choppa cut off his the dreads, the dreadlocks. The belief behind cutting dreadlocks is like in life, there are beliefs that your hair carries energy. So like, let's say if you went through a rough period of time, your hair is like an extension of your nervous system. So if you were going through a bad time, if you had a whole bunch of bad things happen to you, a lot of that bad energy is still stuck in your hair. So that's why people cut them. You also see that with when women go through breakups, they cut their hair immediately after, or they kind of do that stuff. I think Ellie did the same shit in The Last of Us 2, if I'm not mistaken, or somebody before that last scene. Damn, this part right here, they're always at that shitty angle trying to get across this bridge before he does. Am I headed to the wrong way? I'm headed to the wrong one. If I had the Dune Hopper, this would be a different story. That one's moving past me. The Lesbo arc. You shaved your head after the breakup 4 years ago? Damn. Well, that makes sense. How'd you feel afterwards? I heard like when people shave their head, you get the best shower of your life. Remember one time I watched a video like 10 years ago? I almost wanted to shave my head because I saw this boy, Philip DeFranco, had done it. And he's like, yo, when the water hits your head in the shower, it's like, it's just one of the best feelings. I was like, after a fresh cut, that's the best feeling too. But I haven't had that experience in a minute. My car is just falling into the ocean. I can't fight it. Almost had to jump out and punch it. Your head felt cold when he did it. Yeah, bro, whenever I get haircuts, I feel like my temperature be dropping like by 10 degrees. What pushed you to cut your hair like after the breakup? What was the thoughts going through that? Like you just wanted to start fresh, new? I know it had to be a rough breakup for that, like for what you was going through, but like I shaved the sides of my head after a breakup once. I had like a mohawk and it looked wonky on my passport photo. I shaved the sides and the top just came out wonky, and I was like, yo, if I shaved out the top, it wouldn't have looked right either way at the time. Barber did it by mistake. I was like, damn it. Paul's gonna rock a baldy one day. Maybe when I'm like 50. I've seen what I look like with a bald haircut from the Snapchat filters, and I was like, yo, please. By the power of the higher authority of the precursors, by the gods themselves, please, God, protect my hair, please. I can't rock bald. I can't rock bald. Oh, my HP! Oh, okay, we crashed pretty good. Most people can rock bald. I can't rock bald. I see what I look like. I can't do it. You gotta give me some more years with this. This is like the one thing. I grew up in poverty and a whole bunch of shit. Please, God, let me live with my hair. Let me have my hair. Give me hair. The good bald, you have the good face structure for it. That's what's up. Did it 6 months later, you're trying to lose it to stress and hormone issues. Got you. Okay. Bro, there's a lot of stress in our generation. That's what's happening to a lot of us. Even with Sean, like, it is. It's mainly from the stress and like any hormone stuff. It's messing with our hair. Also with diet too. Diet affects the hormone heavy. But yo, the good part is, in our generation, right? At least now that we're in our 20s and 30s, apparently everybody I've been seeing on YouTube nowadays, from rappers and influencers and just even regular people, just going to Turkey for 3,000 bucks. You can get a hair transplant, get your whole hairline back for only 3K. Versus imagine having to live a lifetime of never having even a chance at fixing that. I was like, yo, a whole hotel included, a 3K hair transplant in Turkey. All these other YouTubers doing that don't sound bad. Bro, when I really needed the money, like even for like when I was behind on bills, I stopped, did Uber Eats, grinding that shit out, even with, like for like a couple of weeks, just doing crazy ass promos, and that's basically why you could do it. Yeah, this part, getting this last one's trash. Oh, you did? Oh yeah, you did, Speedy. Yeah. I remember. How much does it run in the States? Yeah, that's gotta be... Oof. Nashville, Texas, that's gotta be... Yeah, prepare for Nashville chicken now. Yo, this one is always escaping me. The pacing of this Errol, I'm on fire and he's just getting away. I have to go race him up there. Nothing wrong with rocking the ball. I just don't have the facial structure for it. I feel like a thumb. My facial structure is barely for even the camera. We've destroyed the demon llama. I would say the Earth is saved at this point. What is this thing gonna do? Okay, it gets off on this and cool. We get this giant cargo ship. And I'm Jack. I'm the only one that can fight this. Bro, you have a broken up spaceship. You about to pull up on Spargus. You seen how they squatted up in there? And you telling me they can't beat this? Of course, we just dropped the pyramid right in front of the front door. He killed it by shooting it still. Yeah. Gotta park it up. I wish we had like other spectators in here, such as the people from Spargus. Got this haunted music that's like, yo, we just dropped them in front of a whole nation full of killers. I've seen what they do to these people. They're gonna rip Errol's asshole in like 3. Why are we scared at this point? Protecting Spargus from Errol? Just this crippled demon llama? We didn't even get rid of this. It's not moving. What? I mean, he has gunpowder and stuff, but that's about it. Oh boy, Speed says you paid 5K, but you're getting a patch up done for free. That's actually not bad. I thought it was way more. I was thinking like 15, 20K in the States or something. Whatever a fail, Cleaver's mans the turret, right? Errol's screwed. They have the turret and some whole army of nation full of guns. Beating his boss during the daytime is very fitting.
Like Cleaver has the gun course. He's the one. He had the old score.
But this boss fight, I think they did okay. I don't like the background scenery though. I feel like we should have been in a spot where more or spectators rather to show it off to like the fam, like a world martial arts type of fight, like Goku versus Kid Buu, everybody watching in a sense when they close their eyes or something, you know what I mean? I mean, versus the big Buu, not the Kid Buu, but at least they influenced the eco fighting here perfectly, such as like in Jak 1. I get the mix of Light Jak and Dark Jak in a very creative way. Finally, like it's the final fight, so you might as well allow me to use both and make me broken. There's no way to lose this fight because they're like, yo, we're giving you the most overpowered abilities, right? Oof. Smacked him like that. I'm gonna sprout my wings real quick. He's got those precursor powers. Basically, Light Jak is what I expected when they gave me precursor powers anyway. He's literally got God mode anyway. Yo, my boy Demon pulling up in the chat. He says, sup, fan? Can't stay long, but I gotta wake up for 3 a.m. for work. Yo, appreciate you pulling up, Demon. Thank you, my bro. Yo, he's on that grind. He gotta wake up for 3 a.m. Much love to you, my guy. He's putting in that good work. Thank you for pulling up, my brother. I always appreciate, I still appreciate when y'all pull up and just come through and just say hi, even if it's for a split second. Unlimited Light Jak is fun. It's a good moment right here. It could have been more dramatic if there was an audience, right? Like if people were like motivating him on, like do it for your father or something, you know? It could have been, yeah. Watch pathetic beings as your hero dies. Yes. Kind of making up for the race. Like we have so much history with this guy. Reoccurring themes. If this was the rivalry I had with Goku and Vegeta type of rivalry, like in Jak 2, he felt like more of like the Vegeta to the Goku. Even though he didn't have no powers, he was still... Kira viewed him as worthy enough to clap those cheeks, so... We kind of had that kind of rivalry, but at the same time... I don't know. They're working on Uncharted on this one, and they only worked on this game for a year, but it's still so good. It's still so good, but so close to perfection. It's got that Goku, Vegeta, Majin Vegeta Wastelander fight at the same time, too. We fight in the Wasteland, similar themes. Like, they out here duking it out in the Wasteland, my guy. Right in front of... Technically, Jak is the king. Right in front of the palace. Jak's palace is my home now. This is my city. I put on for my city. He ate that shit. There we go. Did he just skip that? He just grabbed me with another tentacle. Yo. Camels and tentacles. You could just punch that shit. No, he's pretty passive compared to Core and Golemara. You know, if it wasn't for the Light and Dark Jak abilities being granted to me right now, I would say this is just a third, like a 3/4 part of the game boss. Like a 75% part of the game boss. This feels like the Oracle Robot. But not like Golemara's Oracle Robot, Veigar's Oracle Robot, compressed area. It's not hard to see that Errol still harbors resentment for Jak. Yeah, we didn't get to see enough of it. He's in the background too much. He just seems salty the entire time of the game. He's just like,
I'm gonna destroy everybody. I'm in the background. I'm still salty. Dark ego freak. But, Errol. Does this not mean if your voice the dark makers, you're not a dark ego freak?
Man, what is this? Is he some kind of giraffe? Demon llama. Demon llama camel with a pyramid on its back with some tentacles on it too. They just fused everything. This thing is a smorgasbord. Gonna wait right here. You can't even see us charging up the gun, but you know it's there. You know it's there. Still too early. You can just stand there and take it, hit it. I ate that shit. I'm not gonna dark bomb this one. Literally wants to destroy the world for no reason because I stole Kira's cheeks back. Yeah, he literally wants to destroy the world for no reason. Just because we beat his ass and stole his fame. And not even, they don't even say that. His motives are weak. His motives are extremely weak. He feels hollow. But, still a good game. But he's a hollow villain compared to Core's motivations, Colin Maya's motivations. Even if it's just for more power, classic bad guy stuff. They're just ruling the world. Better than Errol. Errol's just mad because I get all the Haven City shouties. He just hating on the Chris Brown of Haven City. You hating on the Haven City Prince. You hating on the Prince of All Saiyans. This is his major attack. Sounds like a Frieza. He deadass has Frieza vibes in here, but he's not. He's just as racist, but he's not as menacing. Like Frieza, you know he's menacing because Frieza kind of looks like he's in the pod flying around, and then you see him summon the thing that destroys the whole planet. That's the form he's in. He's in first form Frieza when Bardock tried to shoot him in the pod, but he never evolves past that. We shot him in the back of the head in those gas canisters. The sun's coming up. We have dark and light eco fused together in this really godlike looking mode. You should have had Damo speak this one in.
Wait for the perfect opportune moment.
We sent Errol to God. I wish I'd seen them during the fight. Sig and Ashland. That's a wrap. Okay, Ashland got battered. Kira. Wow. And they kiss, and he doesn't blue ball me. It don't make sense, but it's alright. If you have free roam camera, you could actually see them kissing. Yeah, I remember seeing the cutscenes. We saw it. It's wild. They actually did it. And what if Errol survived the explosion? Then I'd be like, yo, this dude is unkillable.
Thank you, brave people of this planet. Onin, Samos, and all. Your strength and wisdom in these dark times give us reason to fight on.
My life's work, it turns out, was spent searching for a bunch of furballs.
Bruh. Says it is a great day for the universe.
Jack, you are the greatest of heroes. You have turned the tide against the Dark Makers, and together we will win this war.
But dude, there are like way more
Jack's hero theme slaps.
Or was it the past?
Yes, I was getting to that.
More adventures. Where have I heard that before?
We need heroes like you to help us protect the universe, Jack.
Then you can call me by my first name, by what my father called me, Mar.
Wait, Jack is Mar? The Mar?
The god. The guy.
No time like the present.
You coming, Dax?
I got all I need right here, baby. But if you need me, and I know you will, you know where to find me.
Oh, Daxter, my little hero.
I mean, he's here.
Owe you much, Daxter, for all you've done. For your bravery in the face of incredible danger, we shall grant you your deepest desire. You know, I could really use a snazzy pair of pants, like yours.
Wow, those are sharp. I wish I had a pair just like that.
Be careful what you wish for. Don't worry, honey. You get used to it. Oh, and you may want to shave some parts. Trust me on that.
I put that pussy in my face.
Partner.
You are a great hero, Daxter.
This is gonna be good. They think I'm a god. And they're right. Our hero.
They didn't even show the audience for that.
This is going to be a long trip.
Where do you think you're going, little bugger? I've decided I want my own sidekick, and you
called him a bugger.
nominated. We're
Eat
gonna be
him.
a great team. Just on me.
That Our Hero something so dry.
Are you ready, Jack?
Sad boy Jack.
Something to show you.
Sad boy Jack looking like sad Arthur.
The universe.
I would have loved if he went into that ship, just showed up in Ratchet & Clank deadlocked through that lore. I wish you also seen Jack on that throne for a second before they give it to Sig, before he passes the torch to him. Look at Ashland out here like, that's Big Daddy.
I couldn't leave you, Dax. With all our adventures ahead, you wouldn't last a second without me.
Ah, what a team we are.
Yeah, well, the next adventure, I call the shots. Put it in, partner. Ha! Psych! Oh, yeah. Life is good.
Man said, miss me with that. Such a phenomenal game. It's such a good game, but they turned her into a furry against her will. Yo, same thing with Daxter. Well, she's basically a god. They turned Tess into a god. They turned Jack into a god, technically, because he has the light Jack powers. I still view it. Andy Gavin and Jason Rubin. Those are when Naughty Dog was great. Those two guys right there. Those are the top dogs. Andy Gavin and Jason Rubin. Let's see if we see. Evan Wells is the guy that took over for the Uncharted times. He became the leader, but yeah, man, the Our Hero could have been a bit better. They have us separated from Kira out here and all the other people, parts of the fam. We're here with gods, but I feel like the Jack 2 ending when we're in the bar with the fam and we're like, yo, we miss Sig, we miss Vin, and we're outside there. That felt more wholesome. Just like Jack 1, you have the whole set of the sages. Here, with a bunch of furries, and same was like, yo, my whole life was with the furballs. There's the Nyuk. There he is. There he is. You see his name. You see the name going across the screen. You see the forbidden name. There it is. Aye. But yeah, it's Ashland had jiggly physics. Yeah, they gave everybody that bounce. The fact that they introduced that this dude's Mars, like, yeah, we have all these other adventures about to drop. You think that they're about to drop another 10 games? My boy Mafro 234, the MVP of the Jack and Daxter stream. This is gonna be dedicated to Mafro because, yo, he's been popping off the entire playthrough. Like I said, yo, we dedicating Jak 3 to my boy Mafro 234, but he says, let's see. Give me one moment. He says, what I love was I watched the ending for this one on one of your videos from 10 years ago, and you killed the boss in the exact same way with the light freeze. Really? Ashland's hips as she walks, though. Everybody's calling him by his name. There it is, yo. Hype it up. Let's go. Holla at your boy. I wonder if they wrote themselves into a corner. That's why they stopped with Jack games. They put so much beautiful lore into this. I don't know how they could. Two of the precursors is one guy. Yo, Jay. Jair, is it done? We're gonna do the precursor orb guy, don't worry. But are you gonna get the skull gems? Yeah, we gotta get the orb, so we got some time. Kira was useless throughout this whole game. She's a hollow shell of her former self. Her voice got a badass voice actor, but yeah, they stripped her of everything. She had no role. She went from like badass mechanic to side character. I don't know why they did that. Phil Lamar was voiced by Vigor. I mean, wait, what? Really? He did? Sig is Vigor? That's talent. That's talent. My own boy. It be your own boy. Look at Seam's armor. Jack should have had some more armor like this. Like after he fixed up his armor, they should have cleaned that up. God damn. All right, we're just gonna leave it right here. She became a god. The focus, the demon focus. Let's go. Nice to give me Ashton. Yo, Marissa says, thank you for playing. Matt, thank you for being here, Marissa. Marissa's been here all day, always showing that love, always sending me messages on Twitter and on YouTube, always bring that support. She being here low key, but then she shows up, she's like, yo, thank you, and always giving that nice energy. Thank you. Thank you, Marissa. Tara Strong voiced both Seam and Kira. Best Jack and Dax game, best gameplay, I would give it.
And you got Torn finally stepping up. I finally did it, guys. I got off of the stoop.
Now we're moving into some Inception type of thing. I remember I was so sad when I beat the original Jak 3 because when I had first gotten it, I remember it took us months to actually get the videos out because of the upload speed plus school and whatever else. It was like 10-minute videos is all I could put out for the day. And I remember I was so sad when Jak 3 ended because I didn't think that there was going to be anything else anybody wanted to watch. Next thing you know, Ratchet & Clank comes out like a couple weeks later like it was meant to be. And then now we're here. Steam still sounds like a femboy. Jak 3 is actually a favorite of the three. Jak 2, then 3. I mean, wait, Jak 3, then 2, then 1. I feel you. I get it. There's so many concepts in Jak 3 that like they were right on the money with what I wanted, but it's like part of me, I can see that this game should be a 10. It's got like that God of War Ragnarok feeling, like there's so many small changes. This could surpass Jak 2 for me. Like I see every moment where in this game, you just change it slightly, it would supersede Jak 2. Slight changes. But I know Jak 3 gotta be a favorite because, you know, the Ashlyn fandom and Ashlyn. Yo, I never really looked at Ashlyn like that until now. Y'all gotta be like, whoa. Oh boy, Beckles been lurking. Let's go. Tess is the true eco sage. Ashlyn or Tess. Yo, I'm posting a short on this game later on DragonBallPaul and DragonBallPaul Gaming with the same poll that we did yesterday between the three of them. Please comment on it. I want to see once everything's tallied on one video what it's going to look like. You got a feeling that little kids playing Jak 3, they looking at girls to check out, probably most likely. The amount of hours you put into this game is insane. Jak 2 for me. Imagine they were doing the gritty. Imagine going back 20 years ago and being around to relive the games like Jak and Daxter and Ratchet coming out. Reliving it with no memory would be pretty dope. Well, you know what's crazy, Mafro? Like, you know the way you say that? Like being able to go back 20 years ago and being able to relive games like Jak and Daxter. Damn, I must sound like real crazy thinking about that, but imagine if your life, like on one of the shroom trips it shows, imagine if there's a reality or a world where your life is on an infinite loop. So you relive your childhood as soon as you die. Like as soon as you die, that light you see is you coming out the womb and you just live in that infinite loop. Imagine that. There's got to be one dimension, one realm like that where you, literally what you're saying is the truth. Like as soon as you die, your life starts back on restart and you're on the same track. Imagine that. That's another crazy theory as to what could happen. And then maybe that's the way you would want it to be anyway, like seeing all the things you saw as a childhood. Like what other way would you want it to be? Getting to play all these games for the first time in this generation, that's probably the best. Tess is the true white eco sage. She's now the god. She's the god of the sages. That's wild, because Samos, it's funny how Samos isn't getting told to clean the floor by Daxter, you know what I mean? Daxter should have been like, yo, you gotta clean my hut now. I'm the god. Otzelvika should have gotten torn apart. I want to see him skinned and turned into a soup. He did me so wrong. All Errol did was TYB for while I was in jail. While I was in jail, while I was locked up in the pen, he was hitting that Kira. But Errol ripped me apart from my family and changed the whole course of my life, and he gets off to survive. You know? It's pretty crazy. You just want the 90s to live for you. That's what I'm saying, Demon. Like, you know, that's the mentality I've had with it recently too in my 20s. Like any day I feel depressed or sad, now that this is what's been fixing me and boosting my mood, it's like, yo, would you want your life any other way? The 90s and the 2000s and these games when they first dropped, most of y'all watching this chat can agree with me. There is nothing at the end of this tunnel at this current day that supersedes this. And even before this generation, they were kind of whack. Our generation was the peak. So it was like, if I was to ever, like, if I had the option when I died to like restart the game like a Jak and Daxter game and start off in a new game plus, I would do it like in the same exact loop. No matter if I had all the ups and downs in my life, being able to relive it for the first time, I think that's underrated. But there we go. I think I beat it in 10 hours flat. Did I beat that in 10 hours flat? Just about. New Jak 3 orb guide. Yep, we're about to go for it. So just give me a moment. Out of 10, what would you guys give this? Raven says you'd give this an 8 out of 10. These games carried your childhood. KG would give it an 8 out of 10. Tested the goddess of the sages. Top of the peak. That's what I'm saying, bro. And that's why, like, I can't wake up unsatisfied with life now. It's like, yo, if I had a kid, I would want them to live through the Dragon Ball Z era, the Jak and Daxter era, the Ratchet & Clank, the Sly Cooper era, God of War, while they were coming out. So it's like if you're alive right now, we were blessed to have that era because now everything's watered down in gaming. If we got to live through this when it was coming out, it's almost like you were put on the golden escalator of life. No matter what bad stuff came out, this was the wave we were on. This is the best wave. You know what I mean? So positive thoughts, guys. That's how you manifest better things into your life. If they remake this game during the post-game section, Daxter should still have his pants on and Tess should be an Otso when he beat her at the gun course. Yes. That post-game stuff. 9 out of 10. 9 and 10s. Top heavy with a dump truck. What? Find everybody else in this game and hang out with them. 10 out of 10 because of how nostalgic this is. 9 out of 10 for you. Almost perfect besides a few things. I think the gameplay in this is the most perfect that Jack and Daxter's probably gotten it. Dang, he looks like a beast here. I think this has the most perfect gameplay in all of them. Perfect gunplay, jet boards and stuff. Everything's increased. Perfect eco, channeling. They improved all the aspects of gameplay. I would give this game, for me personally, I think it's an 8.5. 8.5 to a 9. Jack 2 for me is a 9.5. Jack 1's a 9. And that's what I would rank it. I love this game though. It's still phenomenal. You give it a 9, you give it a agree with the official PlayStation magazine. It's still up there. Jack 2 is a 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10, you could always play it without being bored. I feel like this is still the perfect one to pick up and play for mainly, because as a game, playing this versus Jack 2, I actually prefer the gameplay here since I've only played these a week apart and I've never really played them like so close in its entirety to really scan them as it was. And I would say that the gameplay here, I actually had more fun with this gameplay. Way better, way smoother. Even if it doesn't match with the plot, it's way better. The plot in Jack 2 though is why I'm so pulled into that. But we're gonna go on a quick intermission, guys. I want to thank you guys so much for being a part of all of this so far. We're gonna go for intermission for like 10 minutes. What I'm gonna do next, we're gonna go on this 600 plus precursor orb challenge to get this platinum in 2023. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. I'm gonna be following my guide. So we're gonna open up my guide and we're gonna follow it piece by piece in order to figure out how good was my guide, does it still work, and let's see if I get stuck or not. If I get stuck, that's gonna suck. But I remember I had a lot of confidence with that guy minus that one orb, so we'll see how that goes. I'll catch you guys in a moment. Make sure you guys smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, DragonBallPaul, DragonBallPaul Gaming. I'll catch you guys in a moment on the intermission. Until then, everybody stay safe and young money. Thank you for coming through to my channel. Make sure you guys check out all of my videos. I got 3 different channels, one for Dragon Ball, one for gaming, one for working out and reactions. We stream live just about every day on Twitch and YouTube. Make sure you guys follow me on all social media. And the main rule on my channel is just crack jokes and have fun as a family. All right, catch you guys later, Dragon Ball fam. Young money baby, let's go.